Our retro racing reports from 1970. We will be at El Centro for the Midwinter Fair, February 28th, 1970. We also have a program from the week before, which was the official opening night for the CRA Sprint Cars at Ascot Park. There's a letter of introduction from Walt James. Dear members and fans, when I resumed racing after the Second World War, all vehicles with four wheels competed in the same race. Drivers wore sunglasses and baseball caps, and seat belts were not required. By the first California Roadster Association race in September of 1946, crash helmets and seat belts were used, and only stock Roadster or open-top pickup bodies could enter. In the early 50s, the CRA absorbed the Western Racing Association sprint cars by permitting them to compete in roadster races. By the mid-50s, all were running sprint bodies, and the word roadster was changed to racing to become the California Racing Association. After a 3-year battle, the single external roll bar was made mandatory in the late 50s. This year, after an even more ferocious 3-year fight, full cage roll bars were voted in by the members. I'm sure that the new 4-point roll bars will mean even greater racing for the fans and certainly more safety for the drivers. Over 100 cars and 110 drivers competed in CRA races during 1969 to make it our greatest year since 1949. So join CRA as a competitor, general manager, or associate member and be part of the largest racing association in the West. Yours for better racing, Walt James. I was fortunate to meet Walt a few times. He was always very nice to me, and I appreciate a lot of his extended family. Be sure to subscribe and like and follow along and share these videos. We do have the main event for that night of the February 22nd was Carl Adams, number 67, a 30-lap main event. Carl Adams won that. We also have the points and such from 1969 to wrap up their season. We also have a list of rules, 10 new rules. Number 9 is of significance. The starter's yellow flag is official. They will race to the starter's position, but bear in mind that an accident may lie between your position and that of the starter. And after receiving the starter's yellow, no passing. Hold your position until starter's green flag comes out. Now, in this time period, people would race back to the yellow, and that made sense from a strictly competitive standpoint, but it proved to be extremely dangerous as well. You know, say there's an incident in turn 3. Guy starts waving the yellow flag. You're over in turn 2. Your idea is to race back to the yellow, which means you have to race through the incident. That's not a good idea. At some point, they wound up putting lights around the racetracks, and as soon as the yellow came out, the lights came on, and it made life a lot safer for the folks involved. We do have pictures from the February 22nd event from Ascot Park. They appeared in Racing Wheels magazine. The program from El Centro is a very nice program. There's no article inside, but we do have the race report. Also keep in mind there were 67 cars at El Centro in 1970 taking the flag. Our winner on the night, February 28, 1970, was Don Hawley. It was his first sprint main event win. We also had some drama, unfortunate drama, on lap 4 when George Farmer out of Fresno crashed violently, as sprint cars tend to crash violently, and he wound up succumbing to his injuries. A short article appeared in the LA Times following this event. Fresno driver killed during El Centro race. George Farmer, 26-year-old race driver from Fresno, was killed in an accident during the running of the 20-lap main event at the California Midwinter Fair Sprint Car program here Saturday. Farmer, who earlier had set a 3-lap record of 1:13.13 in the trophy dash at El Centro's half-mile dirt track, ran over the wheel of another car during the 4th lap in the main event, causing his car to flip violently between the first and second turns. Farmer's shoulder harness broke, and he died en route to El Centro Community Hospital. He had been California Racing Association's Rookie of the Year in 1968. Lowell Pratt of Montrose was also involved in an accident, flipping during the trophy dash. His car went off the track and landed in a tree. Pratt suffered facial lacerations. Don Hawley won the accident-marred main event and reigns at forced cancellation of the 2 heat races. Another sprint car program is scheduled here for Monday.